everyone, this is Sam from BooredatWork.com, and today we're taking a look at the Sony Xperia Z2. Now, what is the Sony Xperia Z2 and what can you expect when you actually get your hands on this device? Okay, right off the front, right off the bat, we're looking at the front of the device right now. So let's walk you around the front of the device. The front of the device does have these, no buttons on here, but it does have the Android buttons on the screen. So it also has a front-facing 2-megapixel camera and a 5.2-inch Full HD display. Now let's take a look at the left of the device over here. You have your you have your micro USB connection, which you have the power, or should I say the security device plugged into right now, as well as a SIM card slot in there, and that is all covered by that little, little cover you have here. This is a little contact connection here for your docks, and we're going to go now to the bottom of the device. As you can see on the left of the bottom of this device, you have basically your charm connections, where you can basically put the charms if you wanted to, and you have your mic down there as well. So we'll switch over to the right of the device. The right of the device has a volume rocker, and this is your power button, your SD card slot, and over here is your dedicated camera button. Why is that cool? Because I can turn the phone over with one hand, click on that button. Oh, maybe when I'm not clicking on the screen itself. So I'm just going to click on that button right now, and that should take me over to the camera if I'm doing it right. If I'm actually hitting the, there we go, I actually hit the button I wasn't hitting it before. Takes me over to the camera, and I click that button again, and I have taken a picture. So this is a pretty, that's a pretty cool, nifty feature to have. We're gonna go now to the top of the device. The top of the device has a 3.5mm headphone jack, and what appears to be something of an IR blaster up top. I'm not quite sure exactly what that is. On the rear of the device, we do have a 20.7, yes, I'm right, you heard me right, 20.7 megapixel camera with a flash, as well as your Sony logo over here. Now, the thickness, basically, the device is actually very thin from what we've come to expect from the Xperia Z line. Now, it's actually 0.64 millimeters thin, if I got that correct. So you're looking at a very svelte device. You're going to put it in your pocket, and you're not even going to realize it's there. It's actually very light when you have your hands on it as well. So let's read you through some specs on here, right? As you can tell, this is a pretty snappy device, and part of the reason why it's snappy is because it does have the Snapdragon 801 chip in there from Qualcomm. And if you know the guys from Qualcomm, they build pretty awesome chips, and most devices are on that chipset right now, either the 800 series of Qualcomm Snapdragons. Now we'll go ahead and we'll look at exactly what OS is running right now. This should be running a 4.4, but we'll confirm that. This should be running Android 4.4. About phone, and right there, Android version 4.4.2, so it is a KitKat device. The RAM on here is 3 gigs, and the memory on here is, I think it comes up to 16 gigs, so I guess it might have another variation, but right now I'm being told it's just up to up to 16 gigabytes, but the micro SD would take you up to 64 gigs for storage on that device. The processor runs at 2.3 gigahertz, so yes, that is 2.3 gigahertz. And also the GPU is an Adreno 330, so you should be able to get some pretty good gaming out of that. What else do we have in the device? Well, the really cool thing about this device is the fact that it records in 4K and also outputs that content in 4K. So if you have a 4K rated device or a 4K display, you can actually plug this phone into your 4K display and actually have that content play in glorious 4K. It follows Bluetooth version 4.0, and it has a battery of 32 milliamp hours, so you should be able to go through a full day and then some with this particular device. Well, all in all, we like what we're seeing from this device so far. We'd like to get our hands on it and test it out and give you guys an idea of exactly how it functions in everyday use. Once again, it's Sam from BooredFemme.com. That is the Sony Xperia Z2. Enjoy your entertainment.